The Clock Tower Buffet by Siena Woodyard. I glanced out the top floor window at the road for the 7th time, waiting for the car to come. No, I thought, stop torturing yourself. I looked down at the sidewalk at all the people. That just made it worse. iPad, Rolex, earrings, even a bottle of water. I could have stolen any one of these things, but instead I just had to take a pair of useless salad tongs. I was sitting in an old plastic chair that had a bubbly and wrinkled back. The room was small and the ceiling was low and curved, and there was a bright fluorescent light overhead that I was sure was only part of the headache I was developing. This warehouse wouldn't last long as a hiding place. I was sure someone from the restaurant had called the cops. I remember the first time I got arrested. I had walked as calmly as possible down the street, the small antique ring a dead weight in my pocket. I remember the low scratch of the cop car's tires on the edge of the old gravelly road pulling up behind me. I had turned around with my best face of innocence on, seeing the woman almost reconsider, but then pushing me against the car, patting me down, asking me to turn out my pockets. The clatter as miscellaneous things came out of my pockets, a marker, a penny, a plastic bottle cap. I remember the sharp pinch of handcuffs being cinched, and the awkward fall of trying to get into the back seat with my hands stuck behind my back. Now I screamed in frustration. I stood up and reached into my pocket for those hateful blue pills. I stared at them for a long moment before shoving them back into my pocket. It was too late to turn back now. I replayed the scene of the crime this morning, trying to think of a scenario where I wasn't guilty. I had been eating breakfast in the Clock Tower Buffet when I saw the beautiful salad tongs. I needed them. So I walked past the serving table slowly, waiting for the right moment when no one was looking, and then I slipped them into my bag. But I had been wrong. Someone had been looking, and they chased me out of the restaurant. I ran as fast as I could and darted into an alleyway. I looked around for somewhere to hide, but there was only an old journal and a crumpled soda can. Just then, as I sat there in that horrible room, thinking I heard the screech of the police siren, I jumped as the window slammed shut from a sudden gust of wind.